Behind the dazzling lights and red carpets of Hollywood lies a shadowed truth, one that doesn't always make the headlines. In a world built on dreams and stardom, there are hidden stories of brilliance lost too soon. These were stars who moved millions with their talent, only to vanish in ways that still leave us wondering. Their stories shake us, not just because they're tragic, but because they remind us how fragile life can be behind the spotlight. These are the chapters Hollywood might wish to close, but their legacy? That lives on forever. Bruce Lee, the martial arts icon who brought kung fu to the global stage, died suddenly on July 20th, 1973, at the age of 32, leaving the world in shock and sparking decades of speculation. On the day of his death, Lee was preparing to meet James Bond actor George Lazenby for a film discussion, but instead of sealing a deal, he collapsed after reportedly taking a painkiller for a headache and never regained consciousness. Doctors later revealed that his brain had swollen dramatically from 1,400 to 1,150 grams, a mysterious condition for someone in peak physical health. While the official cause pointed to a severe allergic reaction, theories quickly spiraled, ranging from overexertion and heat stroke to more bizarre claims involving conspiracies and martial arts curses. Despite the unanswered questions, Bruce Lee's legacy remains untouchable. He wasn't just an actor, he was a revolutionary force who forever transformed cinema, martial arts, and popular culture. Jim Morrison wasn't just a frontman, he was a force of nature. With his hypnotic voice, poetic mind, and wild charisma, he led the Doors into rock and roll immortality. But just as quickly as he rose, he vanished. On July 3, 1971, Morrison was found dead in the bathtub of his Paris apartment. He was only 27. The official reason? Heart failure. But here's the twist. No autopsy was ever performed. That left fans and historians swimming in speculation. Was it drugs? Was it something darker? Or was it simply the toll of a life lived at full speed, no breaks? Jim was known for pushing boundaries, experimenting with substances, and diving deep into the shadows of the human mind. It made his art electric, but it also made his life unstable. His sudden death joined him to the eerie 27 Club, alongside other legends like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin. Today, his grave at Père Lachaise Cemetery is a shrine for dreamers, rebels, and music lovers alike. Morrison may have left the stage early, but his voice, gritty, bold, and unforgettable, still echoes through generations. He didn't just sing the music, he was the music, and legends like him never fade. Naya Rivera was more than a performer. She was a force of nature, lighting up screens and hearts alike with her powerful portrayal of Santana Lopez on Glee, a role that brought raw, honest LGBTQ representation to the mainstream and inspired countless fans to embrace their truth. A true triple threat with her acting, singing, and dancing, Naya's talent was undeniable. But it was her final act of love that revealed the depth of her character. On July 8, 2020, during a boating trip with her son Josie at Lake Piru, tragedy struck. When the boat was later found drifting with Josie alone, the world held its breath. After 5 agonizing days, Naya's body was discovered, and investigators believe she used her last strength to save her son, ensuring his safety before being taken by the current. A final act of pure, selfless motherhood. At just 33, her life was cut short, but Naya Rivera's legacy endures, not only in the roles she played and the barriers she broke, but in the unwavering love she showed until her final breath. Jane Mansfield was more than Hollywood's blonde bombshell. She was bold, brilliant, and fiercely unique in an industry obsessed with image. With her curvy silhouette, platinum hair, and larger-than-life persona, she captured attention everywhere she went. But beyond the glamour, Jane was also a devoted mother and a savvy self-promoter, never afraid to break the mold. On June 29, 1967, tragedy struck when her car slammed into a tractor-trailer on a Louisiana highway. The crash instantly killed Mansfield, her boyfriend, and their driver. Miraculously, her children in the back seat, including a young Mariska Hargitay, survived. Jane was just 34. Her sudden death shook the entertainment world and led to lasting changes in vehicle safety, most notably the installation of underride guards, now known as Mansfield bars, on trucks. Though her life was cut short, Jane Mansfield left a permanent imprint on pop culture. She wasn't just a sex symbol, she was a trailblazer who lived loudly and unapologetically. Her legacy continues through her films, her impact on safety regulations, and the spirit of individuality she championed with every step in the spotlight. Marilyn Monroe was the epitome of old Hollywood glamour, an icon whose beauty, charm, and screen presence made her one of the most beloved stars in cinematic history. But beneath the glittering lights and dazzling red carpets was a woman battling deep inner turmoil. On August 5, 1962, the world was stunned when Marilyn was found dead in her Brentwood home at just 36 years old. The official cause was an overdose of barbiturates, but from that moment on, the questions never stopped. Was it accidental? Was it intentional? Or was there something far more mysterious at play? Rumors have swirled for decades, alleged affairs with political figures, whispers of FBI surveillance, and even theories of foul play. The lack of clear answers has only added to the haunting aura around her final days. Yet even with all the shadows surrounding her death, Marilyn's light has never dimmed. She was more than just a bombshell. She was vulnerable, talented, and undeniably human. Her legacy lives on, not just in film, but in fashion, music, and pop culture. Marilyn Monroe didn't just leave a mark, she became a symbol, and legends like her are never truly gone. Heath Ledger wasn't just an actor, he was a force of nature. In just a decade, he transformed from teen heartthrob to one of the most respected talents in the industry. Whether it was his quiet intensity in Brokeback Mountain or his effortless charm in 10 Things I Hate About You, Ledger brought soul to every character. But it was his jaw-dropping performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight that truly etched his name into cinematic history. Raw, chaotic, and unforgettable, he redefined what it meant to play a villain. Tragically, at just 28, the world lost him far too soon. On January 22, 2008, Heath was found dead in his New York apartment from an accidental overdose of prescription medications. His sudden passing sent shockwaves through the film world and left a void that could never be filled. Beyond the headlines, he left behind his 2-year-old daughter, Matilda, and a legacy that continues to inspire actors and fans alike. Heath Ledger wasn't just a star, he was a comet that burned bright, brief, and brilliantly. Corey Monteith, known for his endearing portrayal of Finn Hudson on Glee, was a beacon of hope and resilience in real life. He rose above his personal struggles to become a beloved figure in entertainment, capturing the hearts of millions. However, on July 13, 2013, the world lost him too soon at just 31 years old. Corey was found dead in his Vancouver hotel room from an accidental drug overdose. His battle with addiction had been public, and he bravely sought help, checking himself into rehab earlier that year. Despite his efforts, the grip of addiction proved too strong, and his final relapse tragically claimed his life. Corey's death left a deep void, especially among his Glee castmates and his girlfriend, Lea Michele. The parallels between Corey's real-life struggles and his character Finn Hudson only made the loss more heart-wrenching. In an emotional tribute episode, Glee honored Corey's memory, reminding the world that he was more than just a star. He was a friend, a warrior, and a talent taken far too soon. Cameron Boyce was far more than just a Disney Channel star. He was a young man whose talent, kindness, and passion for making the world a better place shone brightly. From his role in Jessie to The Descendants, Boyce captivated audiences with his infectious charm, quick wit, and undeniable talent. Tragically, on July 6, 2019, at just 20 years old, his life was cut short due to a seizure caused by epilepsy. His sudden passing left his family, co-stars, and fans heartbroken. But Cameron's legacy extends far beyond his work on screen. He was a dedicated philanthropist, using his platform to support causes like clean water, ending gun violence, and raising awareness for epilepsy. His untimely death sparked important conversations about epilepsy, encouraging efforts toward research and greater understanding of the condition. Though his time on Earth was brief, Cameron Boyce's impact was profound. He leaves behind a legacy of compassion, inspiration, and a world he was working hard to change for the better. Kelly Preston was more than just a talented actress. She was a radiant presence who brought warmth and charm to every role she played. From her memorable performances as Avery Bishop in Jerry Maguire to Marn Mason in Twins, Kelly captivated audiences with her natural ability to light up the screen. Yet, behind the Hollywood glamour, she quietly fought a private battle that remained out of the public eye. On July 12, 2020, at the age of 57, Kelly passed away after a courageous 2-year battle with breast cancer, a fight she chose to keep private. Her husband, John Travolta, shared the heartbreaking news, praising her strength, resilience, and the deep love she gave to her family. Beyond her film career, which included notable roles in Space Camp and Love of the Game, Kelly was also known for her devotion to charity work and, most importantly, to her family. Kelly Preston was not only a star, but a mother, wife, and warrior. Her loss is profound, but her legacy, both on and off the screen, will live on forever. Anton Yelchin was a rare talent, charming, intelligent, and versatile. Whether portraying the endearing Pavel Chekhov in Star Trek or delivering poignant performances in independent films like Green Room and Like Crazy, he brought an undeniable energy to every role that captivated audiences. Just as his career was beginning to soar, tragedy struck on June 19, 2016. At the age of 27, Yelchin died in a tragic car accident outside his home in Los Angeles. He was found pinned between his Jeep Grand Cherokee and a brick pillar, the result of a malfunction with the car's braking system. This unexpected loss not only devastated his family and fans, but also shocked Hollywood, where he had quickly become a rising star. Though his time was brief, Yelchin's legacy endures through his memorable performances. His films, filled with raw emotion and subtle depth, serve as a touching farewell, reminding us of the extraordinary talent we lost too soon. His spirit lives on in the hearts of those who admired him and in the art he left behind. Brittany Murphy was the kind of actress who could truly do it all. From her breakout role as Ty in Clueless, to her memorable performances in 8 Mile and Girl Interrupted, as well as voicing Luan Platter in King of the Hill, Murphy brought a spark, charm, and energy to every role that made her an unforgettable icon. Tragically, on December 20th, 2009, at just 32 years old, that spark was extinguished under mysterious circumstances. Murphy was found unresponsive in her Los Angeles home, and her death was officially attributed to pneumonia, complications from iron deficiency anemia, and drug toxicity. However, The tragedy took an even stranger turn just 5 months later, when her husband, Simon Monjack, was found dead in the same home from the same causes. This eerie similarity led to a wave of theories, ranging from mold poisoning to darker speculations. While these theories persist, one thing remains clear. Hollywood lost a great talent far too soon. Brittany Murphy's warmth, humor, and versatility will forever be missed. Whitney Houston was more than just a singer. She was a musical icon, a powerhouse with an unparalleled voice that could turn any song into an emotional experience. From her gospel roots to becoming a global superstar with hits like I Will Always Love You, Houston redefined music. However, her rise to fame was marred by personal struggles, including a long battle with substance abuse. On February 11, 2012, at the age of 48, her story ended in tragedy. Houston was found unconscious in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, just hours before the Grammy party she was set to attend. The official cause of death was ruled as drowning, heart disease, and cocaine use. Despite her personal challenges, Whitney Houston's legacy is indelible. With 6 Grammys, 2 Emmys, and countless chart-topping hits, she left an impact that continues to inspire. Her voice, raw and powerful, remains unmatched, and her influence on the music industry endures. Whitney's legacy is not only defined by her music, but also by the lasting impact she had on the world of entertainment. Carole Lombard was the queen of screwball comedies, a stunning beauty with impeccable comedic timing. She earned an Oscar nomination for her performance in My Man Godfrey and became one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, symbolizing glamour and talent during the golden age of cinema. Yet, on January 16, 1942, tragedy struck when Lombard's life was cut short at the age of 33. Just after completing a war bond drive in Indiana, where she passionately supported the U.S. war effort, Lombard boarded a plane to return home to Los Angeles, despite warnings about the weather. The plane crashed into Mount Posse near Las Vegas, killing Lombard, her mother, and 20 others. Her death sent shockwaves through the nation, but no one felt it more profoundly than her husband, Clark Gable, who was never the same after losing her. Lombard's passing marked a heartbreaking chapter in America's wartime history. Yet her legacy lives on, remembered for her genius in comedy, her patriotic spirit, and as one of Hollywood's brightest stars whose influence remains timeless. Robin Williams was more than just a brilliant comedian. He was a master of his craft, with a mind that worked at lightning speed and an innate ability to connect with others. From the quirky hilarity of Mork and Mindy to the profound wisdom of Good Will Hunting, Williams brought his characters to life in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. On August 11, 2014, the world was shocked by his death at 63. While his battles with depression and addiction were well known, the true cause of his passing was even more heartbreaking. Williams had unknowingly contracted Lewy body dementia, a neurodegenerative disease that affected his ability to control his thoughts and emotions. Despite this, his performances, whether in Dead Poets Society, Mrs. Doubtfire, or as the magical genie in Aladdin, continued to inspire and uplift countless people. His passing sparked critical conversations about mental health and the invisible struggles many face. Robin Williams' legacy endures, not only through his unforgettable performances, but through the profound lessons he taught us about kindness, strength, and the importance of reaching out for help in times of need. Tupac Shakur was not just a rapper, he was a revolutionary. At just 25, he became one of the most influential voices in hip-hop, using his lyrics to address racial injustice and the tough realities of street life. Through songs like Changes and Keep Your Head Up, Tupac spoke out against systemic inequality, turning his music into a powerful tool for social change. But on September 7th, 1996, while in Las Vegas, Tupac's life was tragically cut short. After being shot in a drive-by shooting, he passed away on September 13th, sparking a series of questions and theories about his death. Many linked to the infamous East Coast-West Coast feud in the hip-hop community. His murder remains one of the greatest mysteries in music history. Despite the speculations and unsolved questions, Tupac's influence is undeniable. His iconic songs like California Love and Dear Mama continue to inspire generations, and his acting roles in films like Juice and Poetic Justice proved his versatility. Tupac's legacy extends far beyond music. He became a symbol of resistance, struggle, and self-expression that transcends time. His death was a tragic loss, but his impact on culture and society is immortal. While the lives of these stars were tragically cut short, their legacies live on through their music, films, and the impact they had on the world. Their stories remind us of the power of art and the strength it takes to face personal battles. Though they may no longer be with us, their work continues to inspire and resonate with millions. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next interesting content.